Engaged scholarship is a distinctive approach to university community partnerships. An engaged scholars recognize that community engaged scholarship is founded on mutual respect and an understanding that a collaborative partnership can achieve sustainable and long-lasting impacts for the benefit of society. Congratulations to those who have contributed to the success of the projects noted in the 2015 awards. These outstanding achievements are the hallmark of the combined efforts of faculty, students, administrators, and community partners, and represent some of the finest work at public research universities across the United States. We will proceed to the presentation, the video presentations of each of the four finalists.
Every day, national and local media headlines highlight the sexual assault crisis in higher education. But the problem has existed on college campuses for decades. In 1987, when I was a graduate student at the University of New Hampshire, 3 undergraduate men sexually assaulted a first-year woman in one of our residence halls. As a result of this highly publicized sexual assault, I went on to work with researchers and community partners and helped start Prevention Innovations Research Center.
Prevention Innovations Research Center is a research and practice collaborative that partners with community organizations to develop, evaluate, and implement violence prevention and response strategies. Our prevention strategies are being implemented on over 600 college and university campuses.
On the one hand, the research done by Prevention Innovations helps our advocates provide specialized and effective responses to victims every day throughout New Hampshire. And advocates at the same time are able to identify future research needs.
Our community partners actually came up with the idea of creating a bystander intervention program.
The bystander approach really approaches everybody as a possible helper. It really decreases people's defensiveness about talking about such a tough issue, such as violence on campus.
The Prevention Innovations Research Center exemplifies UNH's commitment to engaged scholarship, a true collaboration between our researchers and external partners to generate knowledge that directly benefits the public.
All the work that we do in the lab is all related to ending violence, so it can be projects looking at evaluating a prevention program in high schools, or it could be a program in which we're looking at women's experiences of incarceration.
Prevention Innovations evidence-based work makes college campuses much safer. The strategies and response that we are teaching law enforcement today is cutting edge.
The Hennepin University Partnership is a collaboration between the University of Minnesota and the largest government in Minnesota, Hennepin County.
It's a framework for collaboration. It's lots of different things. Let's hear from just some of the folks who've been working together over the last couple of years.
We worked at the Youth Center for Early Education and Development to evaluate child and staff interactions at 4 libraries to understand how they foster literacy.
I conducted a programmatic review of the tax forfeited land program at Hennepin County that resulted in changes in how they auction the properties.
I represent my department on the cohort that supports research on projects like organics composting.
I shared my expertise about early childhood education with county employees, and I'm conducting research with the county now as well.
I worked with a law school capstone class to analyze changes in energy laws as they relate to the sale of energy from the county's waste energy facility.
I conducted research to answer the question whether a light rail provided access to jobs for low-wage workers.
I recently hired a university student to help collect and analyze data to evaluate, plan, and research programming options in my work with community corrections.
I worked on a real-world problem evaluating the effectiveness of a business waste recycling program.
I reached out to the University's School of Public Health to arrange training for my staff as our community prepared for a possible case of Ebola.
The Hennepin University Partnership connected us with the capstone class. We wanted to look at the cost drivers of family shelter in our community. And those students were able to determine that it was young parents with young children who didn't have a high school degree that were our cost drivers. As a result of their research, we initiated the Stable Families Initiative, which really focuses on those young parents. It started 1.5 years ago, and since then we've seen a 30% decline in family shelter in our community. That is opposite the rest of the country, which has seen an increase in family shelter. And it all started with that capstone class.
Hennepin
University
Partnership.
Connecting where it counts.
It wasn't that long ago that a neighborhood like East Lubbock and a top-notch university like Texas Tech did not mix. I remember the days when prejudice and discrimination kept those two places as far apart as possible and kept people like me on the outside looking in. But she had to have the endurance to keep on keeping on, because she knew there was going to be a better day one day. But while many victories have been won, there are battles yet to fight. Only now we fight them together.
Well, I describe East Lubbock as with limited opportunities, which results in low economic distress and limited opportunities in schools.
4,413 children have medical homes. Over 150 families and their children participating in weekly early childhood training each week at 3 project apartments. 1,972 children and parents reading on our book bus. 101 kids planting, producing, and distributing vegetables from a community garden in an otherwise food desert. 729 adults learning vocation and life skills. College of Education students providing early reading support, double-digit gains in ELP in elementary school, 10% increase in high school graduation rate. 2,579 children have received books. 6,038 students engaging in a rich array of after-school activities, dance, music, theater, drumline, art, and fun exercise.
A project like this doesn't come around every day. When it does, hearts get full, hands get heavy, and bridges get built. Trust me, I know. That's the power of investment, the power of progress, the power of hope. I am hope. I am East Lubbock.
University San Jose helps to build great, thriving neighborhoods throughout our city by partnering with residents, community service organizations, businesses, City Hall, and of course, San Jose State University.
The lemons here from regular trees are fresh, and the ones from the store have chemicals on them.
To my mom, she would want to buy like white bread, and I would say like, no, let's go over here and get like whole grain.
Through Community Projects, our students connect with local children and create a college-going culture in San Jose. All participants learn that they have the power to change the world in very meaningful ways.
This class was definitely one of the more different classes I've ever taken, in the sense that we weren't given hypothetical business, but we were actually given somebody's life and somebody's real business.
Lo que a mí me ayudó bastante fue antes de que yo comenzara con los estudiantes. Lo que a mí me ayudó fue ellos que me dijeron que buscara muchas ideas, darme ideas que yo jamás había pensado.
I think there should be more projects like this, where college students are able to see that this is a bigger world that we live in than just us, and to apply our talents and our degree to something greater than who we are.
Education extends beyond the boundaries of our classrooms. Engaged students gain practical knowledge while developing a sense of social responsibility.
I'm so grateful for the work the university has led for the last decade here in San Jose.
So I'm Hy Fitzgerald, president of the Engagement Scholarship Consortium, and my colleague, James Waddell, is assistant vice president of Innovation and Technology Policy of the Association of Public Land Grant Universities, and we're going to jointly present these recognitions today. I also would like to have members of the evaluation team, or the judges, or whatever we want to call ourselves. Michael Rail, President, Virginia Commonwealth University. Daniel Hall, Chair, Council on Engagement and Outreach, Association of Public Land Grant University. James Waddell. And Pat Sobrera, President, Academy of Community Engagement Scholarship. Pat's way back there, okay? After our session today, we go off and chat among ourselves, led by our chair of our committee. Then we will meet with each of the four, separately with each of the four groups, and hear from them, and then we'll spend the remainder of the afternoon having the difficult choice of task of choosing one of these. We first want to recognize, there are two categories in this award process. One are the regional award winners, but there are amazing programs out there. Each year we do this, and I've been involved with it for 7 years now. Each year we do this, it gets more and more difficult because you all get better and better and better at what you do. So we do have another category called Exemplary Projects, and we have two people to recognize, two institutions to recognize for that. The first is Colorado State University. Is there a representative from Colorado State University here? Come on up. You help us and we help you. The Retro Partnership in Masaland, East Africa. For over 15 years, the Retro Collaboration Partnership in Masaland, East Africa, probably didn't pronounce that right, has practiced sustained implementation of a community-driven science for local needs and demonstrated that community development can coexist with and enhance wildlife conservation and ecosystem management goals. And you can read the remainder of that in the book. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And just a reminder, after the session is over, all the awardees come up here for photographs, I think right here, right? Yes. University of Georgia, Professional Development School District. Anybody here from Georgia? Okay, we will make sure they get it. Professional Development School District project is a partnership between the University of Georgia College of Education and the Clark County School District that connects theory and practice to improve pre-K through 12th grade education and provides more preparation for pre-service teachers, and the remainder in the book. So we will make sure Georgia gets it. Georgia. Okay. So everybody in the room who is on a member representative of the Engagement Scholarship Consortium can please rise.